So, if you've been following my channel for a while, you will know that Pandaland, which is my Animal Crossing New Horizons island, is never finished and never even started. It's a problem. I've been trying so hard to try to get it decorated, but sometimes you just don't know what to put in your Animal Crossing world, and I feel that a lot. And so I thought today that I would remind myself and anyone else who needs a little bit of help in thinking of what to build in Animal Crossing, I thought I would give you some ideas. So that's what we're going to do today. We are going to go through a ton of different things that are like island fillers, to just make everything flow together. When you have that patch of plain grass and you're like, well, what am I putting here? What am I putting here? Number one, cozy nooks and seating. First of all, a mini reading corner. If you just want a whimsical vibe with books, a floor pillow, a log stool, a potted plant, and a mug. Can you just picture that right now? Think how fun it would be to just go and sit there. It just adds that element of just, you can come chill on the island. It's just a fun place to, have a little relax. Tea/coffee spot, or matcha actually, because matcha's amazing. A garden bench, a tea set, a kettle, and a flower or two. Can we picture this? Gorgeous. It would just be a nice place to go, and it would definitely fill out the island. A single hammock getaway, a tree, a hammock, and maybe some coconut juice. You could put a little crate and then balance stuff near it and have juice and a little hammock. You could have it on the beach. You could have it just in a little corner. It, would be another great idea to just make the island look completely full of different things and just give the island a little bit more depth. A stargazing point. I feel like this is a really good idea, if you want to look up at the shooting stars, but just also to fit the vibes as well. A flat stone or simple panel, just kind of keep the area nice and open. A telescope and a cushion. Somewhere where you would sit to go and look at the stars. Isn't that just gorgeous? That's great. I just want to sit on my island in the middle of the night and just gaze at the stars. Who wouldn't want to do that? Section number 2, natural and garden details. So these are a few different ideas that if you have more of a nature vibe of an island would be good to add. I mean, you could add them to any island, but I feel like that is the main island that it would suit. A wildflower patch, a mix of different coloured flowers, a garden wagon, and maybe a watering can. So you can make it kind of overgrown and looks a bit it hasn't been touched, but when you really carefully thought through how to place it to make it look natural. Why is it always that when you try and make something look natural, it's even more difficult? I find this all the time in Animal Crossing. If I'm trying to make a stream, it's so difficult to try and make it look like it's just naturally there. I don't know if anyone else feels the same. Put in the comments if you do. The next one is a mushroom ring. This is so fun. This is so me. A scattered mushroom islands, if in season or crafted. Glowing moss and a garden gnome. Yes, this is going my island straight away. Yes, please. I love moss. As you may know, I am the moss queen. I don't know why, but I am. So anyway, and some mushroom islands. Definitely more whimsical vibes. I feel like it would suit an autumnal island the most, but any island, to be honest. Next is a fairy circle. A few custom designed stepping stones. Wait, good idea. You could even have a little bit of a pond with some stepping stones too. Glowing moss and a garden lantern. Yes. A little fairy garden basically. And you could put maybe a bird house. The bird houses? Because that looks like a little fairy home in a way. That would actually also be good. A butterfly garden. Abundant flowers, a garden bench, and a butterfly model. Yes, amazing. And then maybe some bright flowers could make it look cute. A bit in the museum when you see all of the kind of butterfly area. Something kind of along those lines I think would look amazing. Tiny orchard corner, 2 to 3 fruit trees, a garden wagon filled with fruit, and a wooden bucket. Wait, good idea. That's amazing. A little, you could have it near the farm as well. You could have a little bit of a farm and then have like the orchard would be a great idea. I haven't actually thought of that before. Zen rock garden, raked sand, custom design. Okay, a few rocks and a simple bamboo speaker or incense burner. Wait, yes, that would be so cute. Imagine it. I mean, you could also put some like, maybe like a rock that you could sit on so that you could like chill there, or you could just sit on the floor if you wanted to take photos there. I think this is an amazing idea because you could just go there to chill. You know, just like have a moment to just chill in your Animal Crossing world. Okay, section number 3, functional and utility spots, but like mini version, okay? Everything's going to be kind of like a little snippet, okay? Because that's cute. We love that. Outdoor laundry area, clothesline pole, washing machine, and a laundry basket. Wait, there is a literal section on my island where I've put like a clothing line and I didn't know what to put there. But that would be such a good idea. That would look so cute. You could even put like a little bit of a custom design of like some kind of mud or some floor that kind of makes it look more intentional. A potting shed corner, a garden wagon, tools, flower pots, and the garden faucet. Wait, that's so cute. That's amazing. You could also put like, I don't know what it's called, but that like garden fridge looking thing with all the flowers in it. I will put the name on screen. It's not a garden fridge. It looks like a fridge. It's like a cabinet, basically, with all of the flowers in. Which would be good because then it looks like you're storing them to, like, put them, you know, in, like, your work in progress on your island of being a gardener. Great idea. That is genius. Mail drop. A post box, a bench, and a small flower patch. Very cute. Like a little area. Oh, wait, that is such a good idea. You could even, like, drop a gift. If you wrapped something up as like a gift and you dropped it, do you get the idea of like, you know, you've been sending stuff like, and then maybe like even like a writing, you could put like a little pen and paper kind of set thing, make it look like, you know, that's where you go to write all of your mail and stuff. That's so cool. That's a great idea. Lost and found, a simple panel with lost and found design. Ooh, wait, that's good. You could even do like a stall looking thing and then like put the lost and found design on it and then put like a few random items. Like Tom Nook is like, I found all this lost and found stuff. I don't want it. Can you please collect your stuff, villagers? A recycling point. A couple of recycling bins and maybe a stack of tires. Wait, good idea. Like some different bins. I don't know what else you could do around that. You could put like some greenery, just kind of make it look, you know, reduce, reuse, recycle, guys. It's a great idea. I love that. That's like quite unique. Section number 4, themed and decorative touches. Fishing pier end, a single fishing rod stand, a cooler, and a bucket. Ooh. Oh, like where the pier is. That would be really good because I think it just gives you more context as to why there is a pier there. Like it's just a bit like random, so if you kind of decorate around the things that are already there, I think it helps to just blend everything in a bit more. Artist easel, an easel, some paint sets, and a stool. I did once go to a dream, like a dress that had this, and it was very cool. It also had like some cushions around, and I think it had some fences and stuff. It was a vibe. It looked like kind of like a picnic blanket with like some painting stuff. It was great. Fossil display. A few displayed fossils, some decorative rocks, and a small spotlight. Yeah, I mean, personally, I don't know if I would do this on my island. I don't always like the vibe of it. But I guess if you really incorporate it in, like, I'm always curious as to how to incorporate it into the world. Because sometimes if you've got, like, an island that is more, you know, natural, it kind of looks a bit strange, but I mean it will work, and I think it's a great idea. Outdoor gym spot, weight bench, barbells, and a water cooler. I mean, Stinky would be in his element right there. And you know, if you've got kind of like a city core island, it could be a good idea. Or if you've got lots of villagers that like working out, I mean, it would be a nice little homage to them, you know. You give them their own little space on the island, basically. Mini arcade corner, an arcade machine, a snack machine, and a floor light. I've seen this done a lot in like city core islands or kid core islands. That is always a thing. But I mean, it could look cute anywhere. But they're kind of the main ones because, I mean, on like a natural island. But you could incorporate it in quite easily. You could make it look natural, change kind of the colours to make it look more monotone. Is that the word? Monotone? Wait, what? Is that right? I don't know. You know what I mean? You know, like more mellow colours. That's what I mean. A villager photo booth. Simple panel with a fun backdrop. A few photo props and a camera. Great idea. Like, I love taking photos of the villagers. I love that. And like to like show that you have been, you know what I mean? You love taking photos of the villagers. And just like have like a little setup. Like, here's where we take photos of the villagers. It's just so cute. I love that. Toy corner, a few toys like a dinosaur, a doll, a robot, a toy box, and a play mat design. I'm guessing for more kidcore islands, but you could do this in any island. You could even have it like more like a picnic vibe, where there's like a picnic and you've got some toys, and you get some like boxes and then stack things on top to kind of give more height and just make it look nice and natural. If you didn't want to make it like kidcore kind of standing out, it's like a toy corner kind of thing. It's a great option, I guess. A wishing well. The wishing well items are like a wishing well surrounded by flowers or glowing moss. Ooh, wait, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. I love that. And you could even have like benches around it or not. Just make it like really, you know, instead of just putting a wishing well, like really draw attention to it is a good idea, and it will take up some space, I guess. Section number 5, food and drink stalls. A juice stand. Simple panel or stall, a blender and some fruit. Just keep it simple, keep it nice and clean, and just like, you know, a little like island filler. It's a great like simple idea. A snack stand with a popcorn machine or a soft serve lamp and a cooler. These are like all like tiny ideas. Like you don't really want to create like a whole cafe, or you've already got a whole cafe and you just want to like add some little other kind of food stands around the island. That is, you know, a great option to do that. And last but not least, a coffee cart, an espresso machine, coffee cups, and a serving cart. Again, it's just like if you want to add more kind of food related things to your island and not have it more like coffee shops, or you don't want to add a coffee shop. I was really struggling to build a coffee shop. I still will probably put one in. I want to make a Moss Queen matcha stall. That is kind of my idea. So you could do like a matcha with like moss and everything. I think you could do something like that, which would be cool. But a coffee cart is also a fabulous idea, to be honest. And when placing all these things, remember to consider pathways, elevation, and how they flow with the surrounding areas of your island. Quickly, let me explain what that all means. Don't just place everything on the ground. Try and add different height levels, and, you know, if you want to place something on the floor, place like a box or a crate, and then place something on top. It just adds, and then like add some greenery. Adding like flowers, greenery really just helps break things up and make them not like, it helps them blend in basically. Yeah, I hope that makes more sense. Also, building up in areas in your world is a good idea. Not just building up like, you know, humongous areas of land. Also just making small areas of land built up also helps. Adding like a little ladder. It just breaks up the island. That is my main thing. You need to break up the island if you are really struggling with the fact that your island just feels flat and there's just grass everywhere. Anyways, I hope that helped. I hope you've all got some ideas now. I definitely have. I am definitely going to be building some of this stuff. I'm really excited. Put in the comments your favorite idea and where you're going to build it. Let me know. I want to hear all about it, guys. I really do. Anyway, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. And make sure to stay tuned and see what I add to my island next. I can't wait. Bye.